here on the 9. We reported that federal regulators finalized a rule to cap most credit card late fees at $8 as part of a push by the Biden administration to eliminate junk fees. According to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, late fees are averaging $32 each right now. The banking industry slammed the new regulations, saying it'll hurt consumers by causing more people to pay late, ultimately damaging their credit score. Meanwhile, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce says it'll file a lawsuit to prevent the regulation from taking effect. Let's get some more insight, as we often do, by turning to Jason Matthews of Matthews Financial and Insurance Solutions here in Oakland. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
This is big business. $10 billion a year here in credit card late fees. Some 45 million people get charged a late fee every year. Do you agree with this move by the Biden administration?
I think this is a really good move for most consumers.
Okay.
Because if you look at over the last 10 years, you had, or even before COVID, the average interest rate people had was 14%. Now the average credit card interest rate is 24%. So a lot of people are struggling. We've seen the first time where credit scores actually dropped in this country in some time. So I think this gives relief to for the average consumer to have one little win in the road for better credit in this country.
I'm fortunate that I've been able to be pretty disciplined with my credit card payments. I missed a payment once. I think it was like on my Banana Republic credit card or something. And I got charged, I think, $25. And I felt every nickel of that $25, and I never did it again. What about the argument that $8, sure, I'll pay that. $8, not a big deal. All of a sudden, my credit score sinks.
Yeah, I think they're saying that, but I think the average consumer right now is facing the issue of inflation. Things are going up. So I think this $8 it's going to give them some relief, because if they have the money, they'll pay it on time. I don't think this $8 is going to tell you.
It's like those overdraft fees from the bank. I told you I don't have money. Now you're charging me more.
Exactly, and I think that's the huge thing that a lot of people are facing right now with the cost of everything going up.
Yeah. Do you think when we watch Americans' credit card debt over the years, it's now something like $1.1 trillion. Do you expect to see that keep going up?
Yes. And fortunately, yes, we're seeing more and more. I think right now, during this period of inflation, cost of goods, and things we're buying, from PG&E going up, that a lot of people are struggling. I think these numbers are going to continue to increase as people see the cost of living increasing right now, and they're using their credit cards to balance it out. So I definitely don't see it going down anytime soon.
I remember we used to talk about credit cards for like trips or fancy shoes or going out to eat with your friends. More and more people are using them for necessities, groceries, car repair. What do you hear from the people you serve?
I hear more and more people are using a credit card for, like you said, for the basic necessities, and I think it's hurting a lot of people. And I tell a lot of people, maybe you should think about a second job, get a side hustle, do something else to raise your income levels, because it's not keeping up with the cost of things right now. But we're seeing more and more people are definitely struggling to pay those bills right now and using their credit cards.
Credit cards are difficult because they are somewhat of an open-ended money line. You used to, I don't know if it was you, but we used to hear the advice of, cut up your card, freeze it in a block of ice. So if you want to buy something, you have to wait for it to defrost. What do you tell people who are in trouble with their credit cards, who say, look, I can't get a second job right now. This is what I have. What's your best advice?
Cut up that credit card.
Cut it up? Okay.
You have to cut it up, reassess the situation. Right now, we're going to tax season. A lot of people are getting tax refunds. Just don't go ahead and blow it on the new dress or new clothes. Save some of that money, but also pay off that credit card. Try to get back into that system and try and get that credit card payment down low and build some reserves for yourself.
This isn't directly tied to credit cards, but I see it more and more. You and I have boys about the same age, and I will see other children take out their smartphone and Venmo or, Apple Pay, and I'm thinking these children haven't touched money, because I remember the pain of handing over $5 for a movie ticket. How is this kind of payment affecting what the younger generation thinks about money?
I think it's a huge situation, because now most kids don't really understand money. It's almost like a game where you just have it, oh, it's on my phone and I pay. And I think we're having a generation who never even want to see a wallet. So now they even want to touch cash. It is amazing about that. We're making everything almost like a gaming type of feel. We even see in the gambling circuit right now where more and more gambling is on the phone with all these different apps as well.
Yeah, so let's get back to the $8 fee here. The consumer, U.S. Chamber of Commerce said it's going to file a suit to stop it for some of the issues we talked about earlier. Do you think the $8 will become reality, or do you think it'll be tied up in court?
I think it's going to be tied up in court for a while, but I think eventually it's going to be great for the consumer, and it's going to be a win for them.
Okay, sounds good. Jason, it's always good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
See you next time.